Hello, everyone. A very good morning to you all. I welcome you all to this daily current affairs session. And today, also, like every other day, we have some very important news with us. And one by one, we will look those newses and we'll try to extract things from those newses which are very important from our exams perspective. So, without any further delay, we will just start with our daily current affairs session. Okay, so the first news that we have is related to Indian laws on abortions. Okay, so we will try to understand that what are the different laws, how these laws have evolved with time and all those things. और क्या क्या famous laws हैं, क्या क्या उनमें amendments होते रहे हैं time to time. Now, why this particular article? Because we already know that US Supreme Court ने अपना overturn कर दिया है जो पुराने abortion laws थे and जो fundamental right था, जो basic right था, sorry, कि abortion करा सकती है women. It was basically a constitutional right earlier in US, but now Supreme Court का जो नया decision आया है उसके बाद it has overturned that constitutional article, constitutional right, and there are some things which we need to understand in perspective of India also. So what are the conditions under which Indian women can safely terminate pregnancy? All these we are going to see in much detail. Okay, it's a very analytical topic actually. So people will be having their own perspective, what they think about it, what can happen, what should happen. So all these analytical things you must need to think, after reading this particular fact. As the US Supreme Court overturned the landmark Roe v. Wade judgment of 1973, the laws governing abortion in India have come under the spot. Now, what is this Roe v. Wade judgment? Now we will try to understand. The Supreme Court's landmark judgment in Roe versus Wade case made abortion a constitutional right in USA. So before this, this abortion was a constitutional right in USA. So it was mentioned in their constitution, and that is why it was a constitutional right for all the women in US. Okay? It has extended the women in America the right to have an abortion before the fetus is viable outside the womb or before 24 to 28 weeks mark. So America, US की जो women थी उनके लिए ये right था कि they can have abortion 24 to 28 weeks के अंदर. Now, what is the background of abortion laws in India? Now, we are going to see particularly from India's perspective. Okay? Let's just try to have a detailed analysis. Abortion was considered illegal in India, except in cases where abortion was carried out to save the lives of women under the Indian Penal Code, which is IPC section 312. So this is important. You must remember this. कि इंडिया में अबॉर्शन इलीगल था पहले, बस एक ही केस था जिसमें लीगल था, जबकि वुमेन की जान को अगर खतरा है डिलीवरी में या फिर बच्चा कैरी करने में, तो उस केस में फिर जो है इलीगल था अबॉर्शन करना, which comes under Indian Penal Code section 312. Further, section 313 of the IPC provided for the punishment for a person who causes a miscarriage without the consent of pregnant woman, whether or not she is in the advanced stage of pregnancy. Now, what is this IPC section 313 saying? That अगर कोई ऐसा इंसान है कि जो मिसकैरेज करवा देता है किसी वुमेन का, तो फिर उसको पनिशमेंट मिलेगी. Okay, so this is a punishable offense. In 1960s, A high number of induced abortions were reported in the country, and the Union government then constituted a Shantilal Shah committee in 1964 to look into the issues of abortion and finding out if there was a need to formulate a law on abortion. So 1960s में बहुत ज्यादा नंबर में अबॉर्शन हुए थे कंट्री में. उसके बाद यूनियन गवर्नमेंट ने एक शांतिलाल शाह कमेटी का गठन किया 1964 में, जो कि जिनका काम एक्चुअली था कि देखना है कि एक्चुअली इतने अबॉर्शन जो हो रहे हैं, इतने क्या इश्यूज हैं, डू वी नीड टू हैव अ लॉ फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम, कि अगर अबॉर्शन इतने हो रहे हैं तो क्या हमें इसके लिए कुछ लॉज बनाने की जरूरत है. तो आपको याद रखना है इम्पोर्टेंटली, शांतिलाल Shah committee is related to what? Laws on abortion. You need to remember this. The committee conducted a detailed study on the medical, legal, and socio-cultural aspects of abortion in country. Okay. The committee recommended the legislation of abortion and comprehensive law on abortion to address the issues of unsafe abortion and maternal mortality rate. Now, जो कमेटी थी ये शांतिलाल शाह कमेटी, उसने कुछ रिकमेंडेशन दी थी कि अच्छे से कुछ कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव लॉज बनाए जाएं अबॉर्शन पे, अबॉर्शन के एड्रेस जो भी प्रॉब्लम है उनको एड्रेस किया जाए, और जो अनसेफ अबॉर्शन है उससे क्या क्या हानि है, क्या नुकसान है, उसके बारे में अच्छे से बताया जाए. Now, based on recommendations, the government formulated the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971. So this is very important. Okay, and Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971 was made from the recommendation of which committee? Then you will be saying Shantilal Shah Committee. Okay. Now, what is this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act talks about that we are going to see in detail? The Act provided an exception to the provision of the IPC section 312 and 313 and prescribed rules on how and when a medical abortion can be carried out. So, जो अभी हमने पीछे IPC 312 and 313 पढ़ा था, 312 was कि ये इलीगल है अनलेस अंटिल अगर औरत की जान को कोई खतरा नहीं है तो ये इलीगल है, अगर खतरे से बचाने है देन इट इज लीगल. ओके. एंड 313 कि अगर कोई मिसकैरेज करता है विदाउट द वुमेन्स कंसेंट तो फिर उसको पनिशमेंट मिलेगा. ओके. सो आई विल जस्ट कीप रिमाइंडिंग यू थिंग्स सो दैट आपको क्लास के अंदर ही एक तरीके से रिविजन भी हो जाए एंड आपको चीजें याद है. ओके. सो इसमें कुछ रूल्स बताए थे मेडिकल टर्मिनेशन ऑफ प्रेगनेंसी एक्ट 1971 में कि कब और कैसे मेडिकल अबॉर्शन कैरी किया जा सकता है. The act allowed only for medical termination of pregnancies. The MTP Act, which is Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act, provided a legal framework for making comprehensive abortion care services available in India. Yes, nothing explainable. Abortion were permitted in these circumstances. Let's just try to understand this. If the prolongation of the pregnancy has a significant risk to a woman's health. अगर प्रेगनेंसी करते हैं, अगर मतलब कैरी करते हैं बच्चे को एंड उसके बाद ऐसा है कि वुमेन की जो हेल्थ है उसके लिए कुछ बहुत ज्यादा सीरियस रिस्क है, तो फिर उस टाइम पे abortion is permitted. If there is an apprehension that an infant born out of the pregnancy would be vulnerable to adverse well-being and will be impaired. अगर पता चल जाता है कि जो बच्चा है पेट में वो उसमें कुछ एबनॉर्मलिटी है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, वीक है बच्चा, ओके, वनरेबल है, तो उस केस में भी इट इज ऑल्सो परमिटेड. where a pregnancy has occurred due to rape or failure of contraception. अगर किसी woman का rape हुआ है and if she gets pregnant, then also it is permitted. And also अगर contraception का use हुआ है but then failure हो गया है, then also it is permitted. Now, termination of pregnancy was allowed for up to 20 weeks of gestation with a broad range of conditions wherein. So, जो gestation का stage होता है उसको 20 हफ्तों के अंदर it is actually allowed, but उसके लिए भी कुछ conditions हैं. The opinion of one registered doctor was required to access MTP for up to 12 weeks of pregnancy. So at least एक डॉक्टर जो रजिस्टर्ड डॉक्टर हो उसकी ओपिनियन चाहिए अगर टर्मिनेशन करना है 12 वीक्स के अंदर. The opinion of 2 doctors were required to access MTP for up to 20 weeks. और 20 वीक से अगर करना है तो कम से कम 2 डॉक्टर्स के ओपिनियन चाहिए. Okay? So these are required. Evolution of MTP Act. New rules were introduced in 2003, which allowed the use of newly discovered abortion medicine pills, mifepristone, misoprostol, to medically terminate a pregnancy up to 7 weeks into it. So these are the things that are, that are being taken by people to have abortion, but that is only up to within 7 weeks. Broader amendments to the original act were introduced through the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act that came into force in September 2021. September 2021 में जो Amendment Act आया है Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act का, उसमें बहुत सारे अमेंडमेंट्स किए गए हैं जो ओरिजिनल 1971 का एक्ट था उसमें. ठीक है. So we will try to now understand that what are the amendments that have been done in the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Amendment Act 2021. So this Amendment Act increased the upper limit of the gestation period to which a woman can seek a medical abortion to 24 weeks from 20 weeks. Permitted in the original 1971 Act. So अभी क्या चेंज आया सबसे पहले कि 24 वीक कर दिया है. पहले 20 वीक्स तक था, अब 24, so 4 वीक्स और बढ़ा दिया. However, the increased upper limit can be exercised in specific cases only wherein a woman is either a survivor of sexual assault or rape or incest. अगर किसी भी woman के साथ sexual assault हुआ है, rape हुआ है, तब उस केस में. अगर woman minor है, if the woman's marital status has changed during the ongoing pregnancy. Okay, so अगर woman का जो marital state है, वो अगर status है, जो वो change हो गया अगर pregnancy के time पे, जब वो pregnant थी उस time पे, अगर widow हो गई है या अगर divorce हो गया है, तो उस case में भी it is also permitted. If a woman has major physical disabilities or is mentally, अगर कोई woman खुद ही physically disabled है या उसको कोई mental disability है, if she is not mentally sound, then also it is permitted. On the grounds of fetal malformation, incompatibility with life, or if the child is born, it would be seriously handicapped. अगर बच्चे में किसी तरीके की जो फीटस है उसमें किसी तरीके की कोई प्रॉब्लम है, वनरेबल है, वीक है, ठीक है, अंदाजा लगाया जा रहा है अगर इनबॉर्न मतलब उसकी जो बेसिक ग्रोथ है वो कम है, so in all those things it is allowed because अगर बच्चा पैदा हो जाता है then he can be seriously handicapped. If the woman is in humanitarian setting or disaster or emergency situation as declared by the government. Also, अगर woman किसी ऐसी situation में है जिसमें कोई disaster या emergency, all these things are prevailing, then also it can be the case. इसमें भी permit है. Okay. Now further, the opinion of only one doctor will be required up to 20 weeks. of the pregnancy, 2 doctors for the termination of pregnancy from 20 to 24 weeks. Pregnancy can be terminated beyond the 24-week gestational age only on the grounds of fetal abnormality, and if 4-member medical board set up in each state under the Act provides permission to do it. अच्छा 24 वीक्स तक इसमें अलाउड है, बट इन सम केसेस 24 वीक्स के बियॉन्ड भी हो सकता है अगर फीटस जो है उसमें एबनॉर्मेलिटी है किसी तरीके की, और फिर ये क्या होगा कि 4 मेंबर्स की एक मेडिकल बोर्ड होगी एंड उसके बेसिस पर परमिशन मिलेगी कि करना है टर्मिनेशन या नहीं करना. They allow, then it can take place. Okay. Now, what are the criticism against the abortion law that we are going to see? Because I told you this is very analytical topic, so we need to have some basic criticism. Shortage of doctors. The MTP Act mandates that abortion has to be performed only by doctors with specialization in gynecology or obstetrics. A study by Lancet in 2018 found that over 1.56 crore abortions occurred annually in India as of 2015. So 1.56 crore abortion एक साल में होते हैं 2015 तक, तो बहुत ज्यादा नंबर है एंड इसके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है बिकॉज दिस इज अ वेरी सेंसिटिव थिंग टू हैपन. तो जरूरी है कि जो अबॉर्शन करे वो बहुत ही वेल ट्रेन्ड डॉक्टर हो, एंड वी हैव शॉर्टेज ऑफ डॉक्टर्स इन द कंट्री. जितनी पॉपुलेशन है उसके हिसाब से कहीं ना कहीं हमारे पास वेल ट्रेन्ड डॉक्टर्स की शॉर्टेज है. However, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare's 2019-20 reports on rural health statistics show a 70% shortage of these gynecology in rural India. So, जो गांव है, जो रूरल इंडिया है, वहाँ पे 70% शॉर्टेज है. 70% इज ह्यूज. मतलब सिर्फ 30% जितनी अवेलेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए उसको सिर्फ 30% डॉक्टर्स ही अलग है इन रूरल इंडिया. बहुत ही डिवास्टेटिंग कंडीशन है. यू मस्ट हैव सीन द मूवी मांझी द माउंटेन मैन. उसमें भी यही रीजन था दैट मांझी जो थे उन्होंने पूरा माउंटेन हटा के पूरा माउंटेन अपने हाथों से तोड़ा. व्हाई? बिकॉज ही वाज टेकिंग हिज वाइफ, शी वाज आई थिंक प्रेग्नेंट, तो वो डॉक्टर के पास ले जा रहे थे उनको फॉर प्रेगनेंसी, एंड डॉक्टर जो विलेज था उससे जो क्लिनिक था, जो हॉस्पिटल था, वो बहुत दूर था, एंड ही हैड टू कैरी हर, एंड बिकॉज ही वाज कैरिंग हर और इतनी दूर तक वो ले जा रहे थे, तो इन बिटवीन शी डाइड. So because of less medical facilities, because of shortage of doctors, all these things happen. Okay. And that is a real story. Challenges of unsafe abortions. Critics feel that since the law does not permit abortion at will, it forces women to access illegal abortions under unsafe and unhygienic conditions. So, people believe, all the critics believe कि क्योंकि परमिट नहीं है abortion, there are only certain conditions जिसमें कि permission है abortion की, but in most of the conditions it is not permittable. So if it is not allowed, then what will happen? जिनको करना है उनको वो कैसे भी they will access any kind of illegal path, and then they will have any unsafe and unhygienic kind of abortion. छोटे से गंदे से हॉस्पिटल में, not very trained doctor उनसे करवा लेंगे. So all those things. Reports show that about 8 lakh unsafe and illicit abortions are performed in India annually, and many of them have resulted in maternity mortality. So India में annually 8 lakhs unsafe abortions होते हैं, एंड जिसकी वजह से एक्चुअली जो मैटरनिटी मोर्टेलिटी है वो बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ती जा रही है. नाउ विद दिस वी कम टू एन एंड टू दिस पर्टिकुलर न्यूज ऑफ Indian laws on abortion. Now we have some other important news. We will look into those. Okay. So the first news that we have is Orissa to install siren to caution elephant movement in forest. Now what is this? Let's try to understand. The Forest Department of Orissa is exploring a siren system which detects elephants herds approaching national highway by its infrared sensor system and go off automatically after sensing elephants across thereby alerting the traffic. So जो forest department है उड़ीसा का, they are trying to have a siren system जो कि डिटेक्ट करेगा कि अगर एलिफेंट्स जो है वो नेशनल हाईवे की तरफ आ रहे हैं एंड उसमें एक सेंसर लगा होगा, इंफ्रारेड सेंसर सिस्टम, जिससे कि पता चल जाएगा ऑटोमेटिकली कि जो एलिफेंट्स हैं दे आर कमिंग दैट साइड, नेशनल हाईवे की तरफ दे आर कमिंग एंड या ओके. सो इससे जो ट्रैफिक है जो नेशनल हाईवे से निकल रहा होगा, those people will be alert. So this move is expected to reduce human-elephant encounter. तो जो भी ह्यूमन एलिफेंट एनकाउंटर होते हैं या कई बार दुर्घटना हो जाती है, ओके, सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स विल बी टेकन केयर. सो इससे वो जो एनकाउंटर्स है वो कहीं ना कहीं कम हो जाए. नाउ सो as the cropping season has started, wild elephants are expected to come out of forest, and the Dhenkanal Forest Division has identified 5 crossing points for elephants. Further, the Khadi Village Industries Commission is undertaking an apiculture program to keep elephants at bay in Angul district. Okay, so you need to remember the name Khadi Village Industry Commission. So this Khadi Village Industry Commission is collaboration with Malik Forest Division, has set up about 100 bee boxes at the border of Lakshmipur village in Angul district, which is again in Odisha. Elephants are expected to be stung by bees if their boxes are hit, thereby driving them away and preventing them from straying into the village and damaging large crops. तो क्या किया गया है, ये जो खादी विलेज इंडस्ट्री कमीशन है उन्होंने एक एपिकल्चर प्रोग्राम रखा है एंड उसमें क्या है कि उन्होंने लगभग 100 बॉक्सेस लगा दिए हैं बीज वाले एंड उसमें बीज रहेंगे एंड अगर एलिफेंट कोशिश करेंगे आने की जो क्रॉप्स लगी हुई है उनकी तरफ फॉरेस्ट से वहां आने की कोशिश करेंगे तो जो वो जो बीज है दे विल ट्राई टू अटैक देम सो दैट दे डू नॉट कम टू दैट प्लेस. ओके ओके. Center asked to arrange tricolor. So this is the next news that we have. तो सेंटर गवर्नमेंट ने फॉर्म्स को बोला है कि ट्राई कलर जो है वो अरेंज किया जाए. नाउ गवर्नमेंट इज टू स्टार्ट हर घर तिरंगा ड्राइव. Now what is this हर घर तिरंगा ड्राइव? We will try to understand. The union government is set to launch a large scale campaign that encourages citizens to fly the national flag at their homes to mark the 75th Independence Day. So I think this is very good. जो गवर्नमेंट है उसने एक लार्ज स्केल कैंपेन स्टार्ट किया है जिसमें कि सिटीजन को इनकरेज किया जाएगा कि वो अपने घर पे जो हमारा नेशनल फ्लैग है उसको लगाएं ऑन दी 75th इंडिपेंडेंस डे. एज पार्ट ऑफ द आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव, the culture ministry is planning on celebrating August 11 to 17 as Independence Week. Okay, so this is important. You need to remember from your exams perspective that the culture ministry is planning on celebrating August 11 to 17 as Independence Week across the country, and 26 crore households in the country would be encouraged to host the tricolor flag as part of the Har Ghar Tiranga campaign. Okay, so 6 करोड़ हाउस होल्ड को encourage किया जाएगा कि वो अपने घर में फ्लैग लगाए, अपना नेशनल फ्लैग लगाए, एंड दिस इज अंडर हर घर तिरंगा कैंपेन. Now, in order to facilitate the campaign, the Union Home Ministry amended the flag code in 2021 to allow flags to be polyester and machine made, which earlier permitted only hand woven or hand spun flags to be made. So अभी क्या है कि होम मिनिस्ट्री ने अलाउड कर दिया है कि जो फ्लैग्स है वो पॉलिस्टर और मशीन पॉलिस्टर के हो सकते हैं एंड मशीन मेड भी हो सकते हैं, जबकि पहले हैंडमेड फ्लैग्स ही बोले जाते थे कि सिर्फ हैंडमेड फ्लैग्स ही होंगे. नाउ बिकॉज अब हर घर तिरंगा कैंपेन में फिर बहुत सारे फ्लैग्स चाहिए होंगे, ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ पीपल विल बी बाइंग फ्लैग्स ताकि वो पोस्ट कर सके अपने घर के बाहर. तो इसीलिए फिर ये हैंडमेड की जगह अब मशीन मेड भी अलाउड कर दिया गया. The center has reached out to manufacturers and e-commerce sites to boost the availability of the tricolor. And center जो है उसने बहुत सारे manufacturers को और e-commerce sites को contact किया है ताकि वो जो availability है tricolor की हमारे तिरंगे की वो availability को fulfill कर सके. The government e-marketplace portal through which government departments and ministries procure products has also shown interest to take orders for flag. So जो government e-marketplace है, okay, उस पोर्टल पे and government departments और ministry के procurement products उसमें भी कहीं ना कहीं interest दिखाया है अपने flag के orders लेने का. So they will also be, having this thing, they will also be there also be availability of flags. Okay, so with this we come to an end. I have brought you this particular image so that you can have an idea कि हमारा जो tricolor है उसकी history कैसी रही है. So in 1906 the flag was something like this, and it was unofficial flag in India in 1906. Then in 1907 the Berlin Committee flag was raised by Bikaiji Kama in 1907. Then we have 1917, ऐसा कुछ फ्लैग था हमारा, ये होम रूल लीग के समय यूज हुआ था 1971 में. Okay? Then in 1921 this was an unofficial flag which was adopted in 1921. In 1931 this was the flag. It was adopted in 31 and this flag was also the battle sign of Indian National Army. And then the present tricolor flag that we have is in 1949. Okay. Okay, so with this we come to an end to today's news discussion. Now we have some very important questions that we are going to see in detail. Okay, so the first question that we have given some city or town's name, then we have some associated industry. Now you have to see इनमें से कितने पेयर्स एक्चुअली करेक्टली मैच्ड हैं. तिरुपुर टेक्सटाइल एंड गारमेंट, जालंधर स्पोर्ट्स गुड, सूरत डायमंड, टीटागढ़ पेपर. So you have to just try to answer which are correctly matched. Okay, so I already told you correctly पे एकदम अच्छे से outline कर देना. Outline, underline, circle, everything. Okay. Now, one only, two only, three only, yeah, all four are correct. Let's just try to understand its answer. Okay. So, the pair one is correct. D is the right answer, means every single pair is correct. So, D is the correct answer for this number. Now, we will try to understand why. Tirupura in Tamil Nadu is a hub of textile processing and knitting industry. Okay. Pair 2 is also correct because Jalandhar in Punjab is well known for the production of sports equipment, leather and rubber goods. Pair 3 is also correct because Surat in Gujarat is famously called the diamond city of the world and is a hub for diamond cutting and polishing. pair 4 is correct because Titagarh in West Bengal is famous for paper manufacturing. So all the four options, all the four pairs rather, are correct. Okay. Now with this we move to the next question, which is related to the Ranji Trophy. The Ranji Trophy sees participation from all 28 states and 8 union territories of India. This is the first statement. Second, Maharashtra have won the Ranji Trophy the most time. 3. Madhya Pradesh has won the 2021 and 22 Ranji Trophy by beating Karnataka in the finals. Okay, now let's just try to see the options. You have to find out the correct statements out of these three. Okay. Number 1, 1 and 2 only. Number 2, 2 only. 3, 3 only. And 4, none of the above. Okay, let's just try to see the right answer. The option D is the correct answer, which means that all the options are wrong. Now, why all these options are wrong? We will try to understand. Statement 1 is not correct because Ranji Trophy is a domestic first-class cricket championship played in India and is currently consists of 38 teams with all 28 states in India and 4 of the 8 union territories having at least one representation. Okay. Statement 2 is not correct also because Team Mumbai has won the tournament most of the time, not the Maharashtra. Mumbai and Maharashtra are considered as individual cricket teams. Okay, so Mumbai has a separate team for it, and Maharashtra also has another separate team for this. They are not together. Not a state, and there is no restriction that only one team should play from one state. So from one state, there can be multiple teams. So that is why Maharashtra ki alag team hai and Mumbai ki alag team. And Maharashtra ki nahi, Mumbai team has won it in most of it. Statement 3 is not correct also because Maharashtra has won the 2022 Ranji Trophy by beating Mumbai. Karnataka nahi. इसमें बोल रहा है कि by beating Karnataka. It's not Karnataka. It's actually by beating Mumbai. Okay. Okay, so with this, we have come to another question. Let's just try to understand this particular question and get the answer for it. Bharatnatyam is the oldest among all classical dance forms in India and traces its origin to Sadir, the solo dance performance of temple dances or Devdasis in Tamil Nadu. Statement 2. Odissi dance is accompanied by Hindustani music and the Tribhanga posture is innate to it. Karnataka is the traditional dance form. Sorry, Kathak, I'm really sorry. Kathak is the traditional dance form of Uttar Pradesh and an important feature of it is to the development of the different gharans. Now, which are the following statements are correct? You have to find out the correct statement. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 2 and all 3. So means all the 3. Let's just try to understand. So D is the correct answer, that all of these are correct. Now let's just try to understand the explanation. Statement 1 is correct because Bharatanatyam is actually the oldest classical dance form in India. And it originated in the Tamil Nadu, in the temples of Tamil Nadu. Statement 2 is also correct because Tribhanga posture is innate to Odissi dance and Hindustani music is popular in Odisha. Statement 3 is also correct because Kathak dance originated in Uttar Pradesh and an important feature of it is the development of the different gharanas. So that is why option D is correct. Number 1, 2, 3, all these statements are totally correct. So with this, we come to an end to our today's discussion. Okay, I'll come back tomorrow.